So Howard High School, in Macon, Georgia, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you, junior, senior?
I'm a senior.
Senior. Okay. You've been there the entire time at Howard?
Yeah, since middle school.
Since middle school. Okay. Is it Howard Middle School and Howard High School?
Yeah.
So there's not a middle school, different name?
No, it's both Howard. We part of the same building. They just cut it off. And
oh, so they're right next to each other, right? I hadn't been over that. You been over to Howard?
Yeah,
right?
I have.
So I didn't know there was, like Rutland. Pretty much the same.
Basically the same building. If you go in, the inside of Rutland, it's modeled the same way.
It's modeled the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. And so you saying you pretty much like running back because they get the linebacker, but you feel like running backs get the glory.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You'd be a big running back.
I mean, he'll be a big linebacker.
Yeah.
Look at his neck.
Yeah.
On this guy. You been training that neck, man, or you just woke up like that?
I definitely had to train and work out,
Yeah.
So how I am now, but
right.
Started getting in the weight room around by 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Started doing stuff with my dad in the backyard.
Right.
As far as going like really in the weight room, committing in the weight room.
Yep.
Probably once I started getting to high school, 8th grade, going into 9th grade.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Have you ever been on like a podcast or anything? Have you ever done anything like that?
That's my first one.
Well, so this podcast is called Outside the Line podcast. Basically, highlights the athlete, not only inside of the baseball, football,
yeah.
what they call them, the gridiron hash marks. Not only the football hash marks, but also outside. Outside the stadium, outside. At home. We talk about your parents. We talk about your girlfriend. We talk about what kind of candy you like. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Okay, because it's outside the lines. Okay, now we're definitely gonna talk about football. Right? You agree, Chris?
Yeah. It's funny, like Howard being, I guess, on your note, like kind of being out there.
Right.
Like, the only time you really even hear about Howard is you, I guess, know somebody that goes there.
Right. And they've done some amazing stuff as of late, though. They've done some good stuff. How did you guys turn out in football this year?
We didn't make the playoffs. Our last game was to make the playoffs. We lost it by a touchdown.
Who'd y'all play?
Westside.
Oh, man. How y'all let Westside beat y'all, man?
I don't know. Yeah.
Did you do your thing or what?
Yeah. Actually, I made my first quarter. I had probably about 2-3 sacks.
Really? First quarter?
I was on a mission because
right.
we had lost to them last year, like the year before that.
Right.
So I was trying my best, but
it
just didn't end that way.
It takes a team.
Yeah.
It takes a team.
Is that the game where you hurt your shoulder?
I had hurt my shoulder against Baldwin.
Oh.
Okay.
And I had to sit out a game against Spalding. Then I came back against Griffin, West Lawrence, and then Westside.
So what class are y'all? 3A, 4A?
4A.
4A, okay.
4A, okay.
So y'all going up, like...
It used to be 3?
I think we're changing this year.
Y'all going up?
I think we're going down.
Going down?
I'm not really sure.
Oh.
Okay. How y'all basketball team looking, man? Because, it's basketball season over there.
Started off...
They didn't want you on the basketball team? You're probably one of the best athletes. I know this, man, can you play basketball?
I ain't really a hooper like that.
You're not a hooper like that.
But, I had injured my shoulder, so I wasn't trying to do any other sports. The doctor said it was best if I just took it easier.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the injury a little bit and hopefully get some good stuff out of it. All right? Howard High School has to offer, right? Got Mr. Ethan in the house today. You in the middle there, sir. Yeah, have a seat there. Yeah.
Then in Middle Georgia, pretty good.
So flag football is now on the rise. What do you think about flag football and the girls kind of getting involved?
My wife's niece, their daughter just went down to. She was invited to some type of flag football Pro Bowl. She
Okay.
won the Houston County Offensive Player of the Year in flag football.
Oh, really?
Kelsey Crawford.
Okay.
Yeah,
We got to get on the podcast.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of flag football, obviously, because I think I got some money in the race,
Right,
kind
right.
of deal, you know.
Right. But check this out. We're here with a very exciting guest today. My name is Lee Hughes with TNG Sports and Fitness. We're here Outside the Line podcast. We have Mr. Double E, Mr. Ethan Ellington here from Howard High School. He's going to grace us today with some nice information, not only inside the field or on the field, but actually on the outside where we actually grow and find out who we are on the outside. So outside the lines, not necessarily all on the gridiron. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Ethan.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Good to have you.
This is our co-host, Mr. Christopher Hunter.
Hey, how y'all doing out there?
So we were basically talking about flag football. We was talking about going to the state and things like that. We also, Howard High School has been part of Middle Georgia for the last, I would say, 20 years, you would think. It's one of the fairly new schools. It's not an old school like Central and Southwest or anything like that.
Right.
But you know, I think they're well known for the academics and stuff like that. So you have to be really fortunate to go to a great school like Howard. And today we have Mr. Ethan on our podcast, and we want to know, Ethan, you know, like tell us. We know your name is Ethan, but tell us a little bit more about yourself, and you know, how's football treating you nowadays? I mean, you're a senior though, so you're pretty much done with it. But hey, hopefully, we can move forward with some stuff, right?
Yeah, well, football's been treating me good throughout the years. I've been playing since probably kindergarten, first grade. I started off flag football, and started going into tackle pads and stuff.
Right.
And you know, I had to get used to it because obviously, you know, going from flag football is a lot of contact.
Right.
You know, I just fell in love with it over the years, and
man, so you're looking at what, 10 years at least? How old are you now?
17.
17. I'm just impressed with the size of his neck. You know, that's a linebacker neck to me. You know what I'm saying? But he say he run the ball too. And you know, I've seen some clips, you know, where he actually run the ball and running folks over. And it really stuck out that he was that stud. He was that stud on the team. You didn't really have to, you know, they sent me videos where you kind of highlight that actual athlete who's running. They didn't have to put a circle around this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was stunning. You know, he was putting that heat on him, you know. But which one of those you like the best? Linebacker or running back?
Linebacker. If I had to choose which one to pursue, like at the next level, 9 times out of 10 I'm choosing linebacker.
Okay.
I just like you know, I like being more physical. I like the more hitting than running backs you getting hit.
Right, right.
But
so you want to hit somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you like that flipper? What's your specialty?
Hey, leading with my head.
Like, okay. And you finna crush somebody.
Yes, sir.
Man.
It's funny though, you said flag football and then moved into contact.
Right.
I remember our flag football, our two-hand touch was
yeah, we
like
played
tackle
two. Yeah,
yeah. I'm sure your dad probably has told you about some old school
two-hand touch
in the street.
Oh yeah. You get skinned up.
Don't give me the ball.
Don't give me the ball. Man, I tell you, so you know, you talked about like if you decide to go to the next level, which, you know, your academics is really telling us, hey, you have a great chance to almost do anything you want. You know, you want to hit somebody. And, you know, one thing, I had one of my clients to come in here. I won't call any names, but he'll probably know who I am talking about. Actually, I will. Andre Thomas. He went to Peach County High School. Now he's at Yale University. He's doing very well. He's very gifted guy. The first day he walked in here, we walked through the door here, and he was in the 9th grade, right? And he said, I said, man, you don't look like a linebacker. And this guy looked like a linebacker, first of all.
Yeah.
I said, man, you look like a linebacker. I said, you ought to be playing DB. He looked at me like, what? He said, if you let me hit you, you'll see that I'm a linebacker. And he got mad.
Yeah.
He got upset. He got upset with that. But I found that most linebackers have that pure aggression where not only they can be aggressive on the field, but they have that calmness on the outside. And that's what I'm sensing with Mr. Ethan, Mr. Double E. People call you Double E?
News reporter.
A news reporter.
He then came to our game past season. He called me Double E, but
Double E. Not necessarily.
Last year and junior year, they gave me the nickname E Squared.
E Squared.
Yeah. I think I like that one better than
E Squared. I like E Squared. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. What do you got, Chris?
I was thinking, so Howard, does Howard have a reputation of being a sports school?
Mm-hmm. As far as the big picture, I don't think so. But as far as like throughout Bibb County, I think they're known as one of the best sports schools. But and throughout the state of Georgia, they didn't have much recognition in sports. But football, usually every year, seen as one of the top 2 or 3 schools in Bibb County. So,
and y'all were, you said 4A?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's and I hope with that kind of I hope that continues. You know, with Howard, that they continue to build the program.
Yeah, that last game of the season against Westside.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, man. Just tell us how about you got the season on the line. You can either go to the playoff or you can go home. You know, as Kennedy Jet and all those boys, Shaq. You know, you can go fishing.
Yeah.
You know, and so how did it feel to know that you have an opportunity to go into the playoff or go home? How much intensity you put into that game?
Well, going into the game, it was nerve-wracking. You know, I got butterflies in your stomach before the game.
Yeah.
Either this could be it or get it going. But as a senior, you know, it was my last game.
Right.
I didn't know at the time, but I just made sure to put it, 100% in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Give it my all. Make sure I did what's best for the team. But
was it any specific preparation for that, like during the week or 2 weeks out, or you just kind of, played the game like you normally play? I know your mindset changed. You was like, man, this is time to be great. But what was the preparation like the week prior to that game?
I do what I always do. I study film. Make sure to pay attention to practice.
Sure.
Coach gave us a scouting report on the team.
Okay.
And but it was personal because last year, the year before that, my junior year, we had lost to him on a controversial call.
Wow.
Because they had threw last play of the game, they had threw it to the end zone. Dude dropped the ball, but it was a touchdown. So
so Westside dropped the ball.
It wasn't your cousin, was it? We got him over there. Did you ever get to play against your cousin?
I played against him sophomore, junior year.
Okay. Did you get to hit him?
I hit him a few times.
How was that? Did you hold back a little bit or what? You want to send a message?
I don't never hold back.
You don't know, cousin or not?
I helped him up at the end.
Yeah.
Once the tackle was made.
Once the tackle was made. I like that. He said he's never holding back. Cousin, family, it don't matter. I'm coming to get you.
You know it ain't no personal.
Shout out Mr. Savion.
Yeah.
Mr. Savion Ellington got his skull cracked by his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see what Stuart say about that.
Yeah.
But Stuart gonna say he burnt them.
He won't never admit it, but
he wouldn't admit it. He wouldn't admit it. So what we want to know, man, like who inspired you? And we know that you start playing flag, maybe 3, 4, 5 years old. You went through elementary school, you maybe played some rec leagues. Also, you went through middle school, but, sometimes we need someone to really push us and inspire us to continue. Who was that coach, parent, or particular person that inspired you to really just continue to push through football?
Well, my dad was the one who introduced me to the game to begin with. He played when he was my age.
Okay.
At Southwest, and he introduced me. He trained me, got me in the weight room, and
Okay.
I just fell in love with it too. And I seen, once I made plays, I made them proud. My parents proud. Family.
Love it.
Just gave me motivation to keep going.
Yeah.
And as far as players, like my favorite player growing up was Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
I just like the way he played.
Beast mode.
Yeah.
Man. How did Beast mode was eating them Skittles, wasn't
Yeah.
By the way, those are your snacks. So if you feel like you might need a snack or something like that,
Appreciate it.
Definitely can crack that water open if you like. But Beast mode was definitely motivational, and parents, your dad putting you there. That's very powerful. A lot of young adults, a lot of kids don't have that opportunity, or to say that, hey, my dad put me in this sport and showed me the way.
In a healthy way.
In a healthy
a lot
way.
of dads do.
A lot of dads do, but
it's not. To a fault. If I could go back and redo some things as a dad of a kid that was, decent in sports, I would, there's some things I would rewrite. So the dads that kind of do it right, and I don't know exactly would say that I inspired him to do anything.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure we played some great baseball back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. So we're not going to leave out your mom. I know she was very impactful also. You have any siblings? You have any sisters and brothers?
I got 2 younger brothers.
2 younger brothers. Okay. Tell me, they play football?
Yeah, they both play football.
Okay.
One thinks he's a hooper though.
Uh-oh.
He prioritizes.
You got a hooper in the house.
You think he won?
He can't shoot him.
I mean, he's pretty good.
What's his name?
Charles.
Okay. He pretty good. How old is he?
14.
He can beat you in hooping. I mean, you say you're not a hooper, but you just let him have it.
He pretty good though. They got a championship game this Saturday for middle school.
They gotta be decent now.
Yeah,
they're pretty decent.
Those games. Have you been to? You went to Kayvon Moore. You remember we went to his middle school championship game?
That was crazy, dude.
You would think it was like an NBA championship game.
Exactly. It was middle school.
Yeah. It's funny. Your mom and my sister played basketball together
at Central.
Yeah, at Central. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so mom was probably teaching him a little bit about the hooping now. That's where he getting the skill from.
Yeah.
So dad didn't shoot.
He shot, but he ain't always going.
Man, go ahead. Well, they said dads can be one-dimensional.
Yes, sir.
But man, I tell you, like I said, family is super important. Like I said, we had Mr. Savion on, been knowing your dad and your uncle Stu for a long time. We're proud to say that they impacted Middle Georgia, not only with you guys coming up and being on teams, but they had the opportunity to impact other kids, by coaching them. That's something very important. So just when Chris and I was out there playing, we saw your dad and your uncle out there also coaching, not just yourself but other kids. So that's super important, man.
Way back to Devontae.
But what Devontae doing, man?
Yeah.
I think he's driving trucks now.
Oh, he's driving trucks?
Yeah, he's got 2 daughters at the moment. And, just
what's up?
Taking care of them.
Okay. They ought to be a couple years old now.
About 2.
About 2.
About 2 years.
They running around everywhere now. That's my man now, Devontae.
Yeah.
You know, he went to the Bahamas with me. Yeah, he used to hang with my son, Jordan Hughes. You know my son, right? You know my son? A little bit older. He used to hang with Devontae.
I think so.
Maybe.
I think I heard the name.
They're a lot older, so he's like 26. Am I correct? But let's get back to a little bit more football, and then we'll step outside the line. Okay. Tell me some of the accomplishments as a running back that you've done with Howard from the 9th grade all the way to your senior year.
Well, I wasn't really used on offense as running back that much until really this year, and even this year they only really used me at the end of the season.
Okay.
When I actually came back from my shoulder injury, and the game I came back against Griffin, I had scored 3 touchdowns to give us the lead and give us the win.
In one game. So what the coach was saying to himself, why haven't I put this kid in?
I guess so.
Wow. Were you asking to be on the offense, or they just needed someone, or how did that happen?
Well, I was always like part of the running back group, you know, we had a group of running backs.
Sure.
But, I would just always stay beside the coach on the sideline just until he needed me. So I would make sure to be ready.
That's what's up, man.
Were you a short yardage, or
yeah, they put me in for short yards and
they
got me a goal line.
Yeah, you're a truckload.
Yeah. Yeah, them videos be serious, man.
Yeah.
Video serious. Yeah, beast mode.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably got beast mode all in his phone, you know, stuff like that. And so we know for sure you was a linebacker, and you're probably moving to the next level as a linebacker. How did the coaches actually give you the leadership to run the team as a linebacker, or how was that? Were you middle, outside? Which position?
I was middle.
You were middle?
But yeah, he, as a senior, he expected me to, you know, encourage my teammates, coach them up alongside him, and run the defense. And but I couldn't do it all by myself. So
right.
I got to give credit to them too. They, they made plays, and they gave it their all too.
Yeah. So teammates. Tell me a little bit about your teammates, then I'm gonna tell you a little bit about your teammates. Tell me about your teammates a little bit.
Well, my partner in crime, other linebacker, Zealand. Yeah, he's a junior, and he's pretty good too. He's not like big or big linebacker size, but he's still, by the way he hit, he couldn't tell him.
Really? Wow.
And other homeboy on offense, Cam.
Yeah.
He was a QB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got to take care of the quarterback.
Yeah,
sure.
But he's real talented, real athletic. He can play QB, receiver, DB.
Is he a senior now?
Yeah, he's in my grade.
What's his name?
Cam Kamarion Taylor.
Kamarion Taylor. Do we know him? We need to get to know him.
I hate to admit that I probably didn't go to many Howard games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But check this out. So I want to talk about the teammates. You know, I was checking at the IG, right? And this guy was that going clean. He did a hang clean, right? 300 pounds.
Hey.
Dude, high school. You got some Olympic athletes that ain't clinging 300. Like he cleaned it. He brought it up and dropped down in it and came on back up with it. It was nice.
Yeah.
Who taught you how to hang clean, man? Or you just, got in that you get some YouTube and stuff like that. But your technique was a little bit, but you definitely got it up, and he has some decent technique enough to get it up. I just saw some footwork and stuff like that. So I do sports conditioning training and stuff like that. So I would see those things. Chris probably would have missed it.
I would have just been hyped.
Yeah, he's a
like
tennis.
Everybody else.
He's a tennis guy.
Yeah.
But you definitely got it up, man. I saw a lot of grit. I saw a lot of grind. I saw determination to Tell me about that particular 300-pound clean you did.
Well,
and your teammates. I forgot I was going to talk about his teammates. Once he completed this clean, his teammate kind of rallied around him. Like, they was crazy. I mean, they seriously rallied around. I mean, they was super happy for him. So that lets me know the leadership that we have on the podcast. Good stuff.
Well, my first attempt to do it, power clean it, I failed. Then my teammates, they gathered around and started encouraging me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it gave me a boost of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Everybody looking at me, they got their phones out, start recording. So I can't.
You were like, the phones were out.
I got to do it.
Yeah, right.
I got it up somehow, and they congratulated me.
They really did.
My coach was proud of me, and I'm thankful for them.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for that moment.
So that was the first time, like the first time you attempted this weight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
when you do something like that, what is it like in your mind frame? Like, dang, what else? What else can I do?
What else can I do?
Yeah, I use it as motivation. Why not?
That's not a joke. The power clean 300.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
I got 100 last week.
Not for 17-year-old. I'm talking about a 17-year-old power clean 300. That ain't no joke. That's serious. I mean, and also bench press. He was benching 290, 295 probably. That was a few months ago. If he probably just got a season though. I don't know how much he's training now, but you should still be in the gym.
I still am.
You should be at 315 at least by now. Because I think that was a couple months ago hitting that 295. What you looking like?
Yeah, when I did 310 this past season, we still work out in the weight room throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
I did 310. We maxed out, and I was getting higher and higher, but I had injured my shoulder.
That's right. We got to talk about that shoulder, man.
Yeah, it
was tough on you.
Stopped a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I couldn't really do the weight I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I had to rehab it and try to nurse it back to where I can. But even now, I still can't do weight.
Exactly.
I can't.
How long ago that's been? How long that's been for you?
The injury happened back in October.
Okay.
End of October.
So I had about three more games left, maybe.
Yeah, for it. I had to miss one, and then I came back for the last 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Playing injured.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So did you dislocate it, or what happened? It was just a contusion, or what?
I had tore something.
Mm-hmm.
The clavicle, which caused the clavicle to stick up.
Exactly.
When I had fell on my shoulder, and it just messed everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sit out the rest of the game.
Yep.
And I went to the doctor. He told me I was out for 2 weeks. Good thing we had a bye week.
Right.
So when I came back against Griffin, it was still hurting, but I had to play through it because I knew my team needed me.
That's what's up, man. Man, I mean, anybody who's giving this guy an offer, man, you got a stud that's not going to just sit out because he's a little injured,
Yeah.
But take care of that shoulder, man. Take care of that shoulder. Make sure you do your rehab. Make sure you're doing everything that the therapist is actually getting you to do. Don't overtrain it because you can wear that shoulder out. Okay. Do timely things with that shoulder. Your goal is to get it back to 100%, not 90%.
And they say when the athletes that are serious about their rehab actually rehab, it comes out that they learn techniques better, they learn to strengthen it better, and it actually is stronger. It comes out stronger.
Yeah, definitely stronger. And so we're not going to leave out his squat, man. He squatted 495 during that time. So
dang.
Yeah, and this, like I said, it was a few months ago. I don't know how long it was. Probably, was it almost a year ago?
Yeah.
So it was probably latter part of junior year. And he squatted 495, Chris.
Yeah, I've always think like, what do you like in your mind? Like it's like, oh yeah, I'll just keep going up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, if you want to be the best, if you want to be one of the best, and you want to compete, and you're a linebackers lift.
Yeah,
linebackers lift that weight. You know what I'm saying? And so you gonna have to lift that weight, man. You got to be consistent. Lift that weight. You squatting 495. If you go to college, man, they squatting 550 easy. You know what I'm saying? And for 3. You know,
I had gotten up to 505. By the time I was doing 310 on bench, but my shoulder messed up. I can't have all that weight on my shoulder. So.
Yeah. And also, when you put your arms back that way, you probably need to start doing some front squats. That'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling them, how I actually ended up with frozen shoulder. It's doing that.
Doing that.
Yeah. It's funny you were talking about linebackers lifting weight.
Yeah.
Remember we saw that video of Ray Lewis after 5 years after he retired.
Right.
Giving an interview.
Right.
150. He's just sitting there talking the whole during the interview.
5 years later,
like that man. Woo.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
Yeah,
he's a bad man. So your teammates are definitely important. Let's get back to your teachers, maybe your academics a little bit. Tell us about your GPA. Tell us about what are your plans beyond Howard, high school. How's that looking for you?
Well, my GPA is around 3.4, 3.5.
Okay.
And they announced me as an undergraduate recently.
Okay.
And
that's good
as
stuff.
As far as what I want to do in college, I want to take graphic design in college. Take a graphic design.
Graphic design.
My teacher's really been a big help because I took a lot of AP classes. Take AP calculus now, and my teacher in there, she really helps me, understand and get my grades up.
Exactly.
You're a good tutor, mentor.
You definitely got to keep those grades up, man. If I'd have known better, man, I would have been in the books a little bit harder. So you can never not be in there enough. Okay, you can play sports, but guess what? Everybody has to retire, and you have to go somewhere. Marshawn Lynch is not playing right now, right? He's got to make some money some kind of way, right? And so academics first. What do you think about that, Chris?
I think it definitely, if your path is to go to secondary education, you want to know how to study and how to apply what you learn. For me, I took it lightly.
Yeah.
I was more of I could take tests and pass them, but and then when I got to college, they were trying to get me to write these elaborate papers. And I literally almost rubbed my face off because of the anxiety. Like, I could do all the research and everything, but just,
right.
Because that's not a test.
Right.
That's not a test. That's something you had to apply.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, man.
I didn't make it.
So, man, I noticed, man, you look fly to me, man. You got your black on black, got your shirt open here, got your nice chain, got a nice cross on there.
Like an alternative.
Got your nice kicks on. Tell us about your drip, man. Tell us how you dress on a daily basis, man. Is this you, or you dressed up for the podcast? Or what?
Well, I wore this to school.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
I don't really dress like that.
Okay.
When I go to school, I might put on a sweatshirt and joggers, but when I feel like it,
you can turn it up
if I want to.
Okay.
You listening to Nirvana? Because that looks like a grunge outfit.
Like. Oh, well, yeah.
I listen to a little bit of rock. My dad put me on a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So, I mean, how are the ladies treating you over there at Howard, man? We academics first. Right? We all know that. But
senior.
You know how it is when it's senior.
I'm not in a relationship right now, but I'm not focused too much on that. And when the time comes, I'll find the right one. But there's more important stuff to look into.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping you say.
Yeah.
But we had to step outside the line, right?
Yeah.
We had to step outside the line.
I know my mom probably watched this. So
Not only your mom, your grandmother, your granddad, everybody's gonna watch it, man.
I had to tell them what they want to hear. So.
Wait a minute now. This is outside the line. You can go ahead and tell us now. Nah, just kidding.
No, that was the truth.
That was the truth. Okay. Okay. So Tell us a little about your granddad, your grandparents, how they inspired you a little bit through maybe your dad and your mom.
They're always there for me. You know, if I need something, they'll do their best to provide it. They go to the games. They encourage me. They cheer for me. You know, I'm thankful for them.
Exactly.
All the stuff they do for me.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine if you didn't have that support. You know, just kind of going to the games. You know, we're not even talking about your parents. You got cousins there. You got grandparents there. You got aunties. You know, all these people there supporting you at the game. You know, that's big, man. It's nothing to just show off. You know, some athletes don't have that. And you probably experienced that.
Without them, I question myself. You know, what am I really doing it for?
Exactly.
You know, I just like seeing a smile on their face.
Yeah,
know?
That's what's up.
I score a touchdown. I see them, you know, more excited than me.
Going
exactly
over there. Yeah.
You know, it just gives me motivation to keep going and
I love it.
Try to make them proud.
I love it, man. Hey, we're gonna go into that rapid fire, Chris. What do you think? Give us a little something there.
So I got a couple questions for you. Is it one or the other? As a teenager, work or relax?
Talking about work as like a job.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with working. You know, relaxing.
That ain't the rapid fire. Because I know you be working with like your mom on the delivery thing or whatever business she does. That's why I asked you that one. The next one.
So did he answer that?
Nah, he was going. It wasn't a rapid fire though. He's about
so is it and
yeah.
Okay, time ran out.
No, go ahead. What was you gonna say? A job.
Yeah, I work on a truck with my mom, and you know, she's a real hard worker. She tries to make sure we know how to like provide for ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
All that. So
but do you want to do it?
As long as I make money, I don't have a problem.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
So no rapid fire. Then.
No rapid fire.
That was a good answer.
I ain't finna work for nothing.
There you go.
Yeah. But we had so you're a Marshawn Lynch fan. Skittles or M&M's?
Skittles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I'll take those Skittles.
Yeah, I prefer M&M's.
Unless I like the M&M with the nuts.
Yeah. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Come on, man. You ain't never had Android?
We always get, like
it's old school, man.
Like young folks, Apple is just all they know. It seems like.
I had an Android when
you had a Droid?
One of my first phones, but just switched over to Apple because everybody had an Apple, everything Apple based. So
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's other people's fault.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah. Homework or no homework?
No homework.
I know that's right.
I have nothing else.
You have nothing else?
No.
Excellent. So we're gonna take a quick break right here. Okay. But in the middle of this break, we want to go to a video. He actually gave us several videos. We definitely had to highlight the running back in him. What's your speed now? What are you running? You know,
fastest I ran was a 4.6.
Running a 4.6. He packed with a lot of power. Okay, but also we want to make sure we highlight the linebacker in him. So we're gonna go to videos right now.
Right. That footage definitely got me excited, and I'm sure that's why you have started receiving some offers here for the next level. Do you have any that we can announce to people? Like anything you're looking at? I know you're probably keeping things open, but have you gotten any offers recently?
Yeah, I got an offer from Peru State in Nebraska. The defensive coordinator, Coach Wilkerson. He contacted me. He texted me and on Twitter. He told me he liked my film. He said, "You don't know why I have more offers than I do now," but he said, you know, he likes my film. He likes my play style. And this past Wednesday, he came and visited Howard. While I was there, he came to talk to me.
Oh wow!
Tell me about the school, and, about the program, football program.
That's nice.
And yeah.
So he actually came from Nebraska to visit you because of the way you play.
He told me he wouldn't fly all the way from Nebraska to Macon if he didn't think I had potential.
Man, I mean, I totally agree. It's not around the corner.
Him giving me an offer, gave me a lot of confidence because recruiting wise, I didn't have that much going on before that. But gave me a lot of motivation to keep going. Gave me hope.
What Lee and I have always said, people, there's like a little inside thing with me and Lee. Like, people will say, "Oh, how you doing with that little this or little that?" And we look at each other like little,
exactly.
Like, what you got going on?
Exactly.
So when we hear athletes get offers, that's not little to us.
It's major.
Nothing's little. You know what I'm saying? Like because we know the numbers of people that were outstanding in their hometown with sports.
Right.
And now you see them at the liquor store.
Right.
So any offer that comes in, cherish it, and appreciate it. And I mean, I know you do. I'm just saying, I like to hear all offers, any offer that comes in, and just like you said, the confidence that it builds, is there's more to come, regardless.
Exactly.
And congratulations, by the way.
That is very nice. As far as Twitter, how much information you put on Twitter as far as trying to get offers or anything like that?
Post anything I can, highlight reels, weight room videos. I even posted academic achievements. Like when they announced I was an undergraduate, I posted that so coaches could see, I got grades.
You posted your offer, right?
Yes, sir.
So, remember, when you post your offer, then you tag other schools. So I don't know if you did that, but you post your offer. I know the school that offered you, they know it's a game. It's about who get the best guy, right? So when you when you get that offer, right, you post it, and then you tag schools that have potential that you like to go to, and then they may run across it and then say, okay, who is this guy, right? And so that's how you continue to build your offers. Instead of having 1, 2, 3, with 10 offers, like, wow, how did this happen? It's because you hashtag 1 or 2 universities and stuff like that. Okay. So, and it's not one post. Okay. You may have to post this 3 or 4 or 5 more times. Okay. It's okay to continue to post the same thing, right? Because the goal is to get to the next level so you can save your family some money, right? Just imagine if you can save your family $30,000 a year, right? And if you couldn't save them $30,000 a year, they'd be getting out of their pocket. They'd be working extra hours. That's less time at home. That's more money they sending to you. It's a big deal, right? You still got to eat. You got to snack. You got to go to your favorite hamburger joint while you're at school. So you may not want to go to the cafe every time. We hadn't talked about the cafe in a while, Chris, but you may not want to go to the cafeteria at the college. You may want to go to the burger joint down the street. But if we're paying $30,000 a year, guess what? You may get the noodles. You may get noodles, right? So it's very important that you continue to pursue that. So don't just chill on it. put it out there because you deserve that.
Sure.
And the reason you got that one offer is because you deserve many more. They just hadn't seen you. But now it's up to you to continue to push that. They opened the door for you. Now you got to push everything through it. Okay, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Chris, I like this this photo we have here, man.
He looks focused.
He looks focused. It shows leadership. It looks like a beautiful day out there, man. First of all,
hey, this was our first game of the season against Southwest.
Against Southwest. Wow.
Me and my teammates who was captains, and they took a picture of us walking out.
How'd y'all do in that game?
We won 40-something to 6.
Man, how y'all beat my Patriots like that, man?
Yeah.
Hey, they allowed it to happen.
They allowed it.
Can't blame us.
Can't blame y'all. Y'all just went out there with that
their
thunder.
Quarterback is, what's his name? Dupree's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he doing now?
He's good in basketball.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Can he throw the rock?
I didn't watch
the
any, to be honest.
In the football?
I'm pretty sure he has the record for most passing yards.
Really?
In the Bibb County record.
He had the Bibb County record? That's nice.
I think I saw Bibb County post something about him. But against us, he probably had about
30 yards.
Probably had about 4 or 5 interceptions. I ain't gonna speak to.
Yeah.
That's what linebackers do. They talk a little trash now. They talk a little trash.
Do you have a favorite linebacker in the? Because I know you like Marshawn Lynch.
Or in the college area. Anyway.
Yeah.
Current or all time?
All time.
Oh, I like that one.
It's easy to say Ray Lewis. But I'd probably say Bobby Wagner.
Oh, snap.
He was with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
He still plays though, don't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's his all time though.
Yeah.
Okay. You put him in front of Singletary and all them boys.
And he was playing with Marshawn, so
yeah.
He played the position I played.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever reached out to Marshawn? Have you ever reached out to him? Why not? Go to his IG. Send him a DM. Just send him a video. Tell him, hey, I like your game. I try to do this. I mean, if you look at it, look at it. If you don't, guess what? You don't. It'll be just like never saying anything. Right? I ran across Warren Sapp in Florida, right? And we was in the elevator. And I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, wait a minute, is this like I know this ain't Warren Sapp in the elevator with me. The elevator was probably this big. It was small, right? So in the elevator, I'm like, I hadn't told anybody, I hadn't said anybody. We all in there, about four or five of us in there. Like, wait a minute. I said, excuse me, you Warren Sapp? He looked at my shirt, and I think my shirt said, be great or something like that, or be respectful or something like that. I had a hoodie on. He said a joker would be great on their shirt, would notice this me. No, he said, I've been up in the pool for the last 2 or 3 hours. Ain't nobody noticed me. He said, but I get in the elevator with a dude like you and you notice me. And so he said that kind of rough. And then I think he was with his wife. She was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry. And so that's just one of his things. He'll come off a little tough. Yeah. And then after we got out the elevator, he shook hands with me and he talked to me he told me about 300 things in like 2 minutes. Warren Sapp talked really fast. Man, I did this, we did this. Hey, you remember this game? I'm like, he was bouncing, man. And, he was super cool, man. But we followed each other on IG, and guess what? I hit him up, and 2 days later, guess what he did? What's up, man? Saw you in the elevator. Yeah. Right? So we went back and forth maybe 3 or 4 times, and I tried to hit him up. Like a couple weeks later, he was like, "Man, who is this cat?" But you never know, right? You never know. So sometimes you gotta really just get out there and shoot your shot, right? I didn't expect him to hit me back on IG, on the DM, but he did. We had a great conversation, took a couple pictures and stuff like that. So it was great. He played for Miami, so he was in the heart of Miami. he was just walking up and down the street. You know, he came from the pool. We went to a nice hotel. Went to the pool up there, came down, hung out with Sap, and he took pictures and told us about 300 things in 5 minutes. And he went on about his business. But you never know. You never know. So back to this picture. I'm gonna get you to hold that, show that to the camera. That's that's a super nice picture there on Mr. Ethan there, number 2, right there in the center. We're gonna get him to sign his photo. And once you sign your photo, Mr. Chris over there is gonna place it inside the frame. And I'm gonna get you to walk your own photo over to the Wall of Fame. You'll notice all the different athletes that we've had over the year. You can go ahead and sign it whenever you're ready. Awesome stuff.
Right. Wall of Fame.
Wall of Fame. We used to have it on the wall, so we're still working towards that. We will continue to call it the Wall of Fame. That sits in there. That's nice.
There you go, sir. Thank you.
There you go. Walk through.
Here, I was wanting it to be right by your cousin.
There you go. You got the linebackers over there, Chris? You got that DN from Clemson.
Played against Mari?
Yeah, I played against him sophomore.
Yeah.
In my junior.
Okay. Was he decent?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing bad to say.
Yeah.
Right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So what do you think about the Wall of Fame over there, man? Some super athletes. We got cheerleaders over there. We got rappers over there. So not only do we have, athletes as far as sports, as far as baseball, football, basketball. We just had a wrestler that right before yourself, but we also do influencers. Young and inspired influencers. We also had a Philadelphia Phillies baseball player. Like I said, we got a cheerleader that cheered for USA. We got a Stratford guy over there. We got who is that? Warner Robins, Big Burley, with Clemson, played that DN. We got DJ Willis over there. We got some major stuff coming through there, man. Pretty much everyone up there. I've
seen a few familiar faces up there.
Oh yeah. So we're just super excited to get you on board. It's just not. We don't offer anybody, like I was saying, to come to the podcast. If you're doing a lot of stuff that you shouldn't be doing, like we really don't want you on the podcast. If you in your grades, if you're taking care of your family, being nice to the community. In other words, not going out and terrorizing everything.
Yeah.
Like we want people that are going to be very positive moving forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I would have saw anything like that on your IG, I probably wouldn't have had you on. Okay. There's been several offers that say, "Hey, can I get on your podcast?" And once I flip through it, it's crazy. So, what do you think coaches are gonna do when they flip through your IG or your Twitter?
Hopefully they're impressed and they see potential in me and they give me a chance to play for them at the next level.
Exactly.
I think I can, and I think I'll be a good asset to them.
Exactly.
Gotta give me a chance.
Exactly, and they will. As long as you keep all that, don't put any trash on there. If you don't do it, don't do it.
Every coach we talk to, and you probably talked to some yourself, the kind of cliche thing, but it's a real thing, is we want a good person.
Right.
You know,
we can make that
like in today's, specifically now that money is kind of come on down to all levels of sports.
And
People don't want their brand to be linked to like bad character.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
But I could have told him that you was gonna be a good character.
Yeah. It didn't take much to get him on. So we about to wrap it up, man. We just want to once again, let me just go through a little spiel. You know, we enjoyed the fact that you put Howard on the level. You know, you're not allowing anyone to say anything bad about Howard, and that's ownership. You're taking ownership in your school. You also showing us that you're a true leader when your coaches said, "Hey, get out there, lead the team." You know, you're the middle linebacker for some reason. You get out there and you show your moxie. You know, you show who you are, right? You're a leader, and your family, you know, have tremendous support and give you everything you need. Your academics is there. You know, we got 3.5 academics. We're taking AP classes. We got a college coach that flew all the way down from Nebraska to see you. Didn't drive from Atlanta, from Nebraska to see you. That's big, you know. We just love everything you're doing. And so we just want to kind of thank you for being on Outside the Line podcast. Chris, you got anything to say before we go?
Yeah, I just want to encourage him on kind of some of the stuff he said about knowing that he's nursing an injury and trying to stay obedient to what the doctors have said. His positive attitude, even knowing all of that, and still having the you know, just the drive to say, hey, I have a goal, and I'm still going to try to reach it. I just want to encourage you to just keep that spirit about you, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm gonna leave you with one of my favorite sayings. Most of my athletes, they come through here, and you know, we can get through here. I try to make them the best they can be.
It's not 1 hour don't last.
It's not 1 hour don't last forever.
Go ahead.
A lot of people don't like that one. But it's wherever you are, be there. Okay, wherever you are basically means wherever you sit, wherever you drive to, whatever clothes you have on, whatever shoes you're in. You know, if you're in a classroom, if you're at church, if you're at school, it doesn't matter. If you're drinking this water, you taste that water. You enjoy the water. All right. So wherever you are, be there. And if you're there, you've been the linebacker for Howard Huskies, right? You be just that. You be that dog. You be that linebacker. You don't have time to think about anything. If you're in the gym, you're trying to clean, you're trying to do a power clean at 305, 310, you do just that. You know, you got focus for the cameras, but I guarantee you have the ability to get focus for yourself if you allow yourself to be there, right? So I'm going to say wherever you are, and you're going to say be there. That's what I do all my athletes, okay? Wherever you are,
be there.
Be there. Good. And so before we leave, I want you to tell the camera, you know, something inspirational, or how you want to leave, or what is your future plans, or just something to inspire the youth before we get out of here.
Just remember what you're doing it for. You know, if you ever feel like you're losing motivation or love for what you're doing, just remember that there's a purpose. You know, it's always gonna be, you know, somebody there to support you, somebody to encourage you, and you should never, you know, give up on your dreams, because you know what God has in store for you, it's gonna find its way.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's been Outside the Line podcast.
All right.
Good job, Eth.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming through.